we're the Coastal Crusaders reporting for MCA, and today we're here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium showing you a morning surrounded by sea life and soft waves.
The Monterey Bay Aquarium has 9 exhibits, but the most popular are the sea otters, the kelp forests, the deep sea, and the open sea. Speaking of the sea otters, hey Heidi, can sea otters breathe underwater?
Not necessarily. Sea otters actually have to come back up to the surface to breathe air. While they can dive over 300 feet underwater and stay down there for up to 7 minutes, they typically stay underwater for short periods of time and in shallow water.
The sea otters are about 4 feet long and 70 pounds in weight. If you're 5 feet like I am, the otter would be about this tall. Hey Angie, you mentioned the kelp forest before, but what does that have to do with otters?
Well, Heidi, sea otters actually heavily rely on kelp forests for resting, raising their pups, and basic survival.
However, when I mentioned the kelp forest, I wasn't talking about the otters, I was talking about the exhibit at the aquarium. The kelp forest is located on the first floor, and it's one of the tallest aquariums in the world, standing at 28 feet and holding 343,000 gallons of water. The main thing that makes the kelp forest is obviously the kelp, which grows at a rate of 4 inches per day and requires weekly underwater gardening from scuba divers. Can you believe that? In the exhibit, there are many different types of fish, but the most common you'll see are the rockfish, which hang upside down and motionless. Did you know that they can stay motionless without sinking or floating because they have a gas-filled swimming bladder that helps them stay put?
However, my favorite part of the kelp forest is a live camera that shows you what's happening in real life. Hey Alex, does your exhibit have a camera too?
Yeah, I love watching the spider crabs move around.
To the Deep exhibit opened April 9th, 2022, and it showcases many new animals the aquarium hasn't seen before. The exhibit shows 4 different levels of animals, starting with the deep, midwater, seafloor, and the horizon. In this exhibit, there are crabs, jellyfish, sea cucumbers, isopods, urchin, octopus, corals, and fishies. The most well-known and popular are the comb jellies, the vampire squid, and the barrel eye fish. The comb jellies are oval-shaped jellyfish with 8 rows of comb-like plates that it uses to move itself through the water. However, unlike most jellyfish, they do not sting their prey.
Hey Julie, what's your favorite part of the open sea exhibit?
Oh, my favorite part has to be the anchovy tank. It holds 333,000 gallons of water and has hundreds of anchovies swimming around in a circle.
The exhibit has lots of different things, but the prettiest has to be the jellyfish. Monterey has over 20 species of jellyfish. Some of their best are the egg yolk jelly, the moon jellies, and lastly, the purple striped jelly. Purple striped jellies can grow up to 3 feet, and their diet consists mostly of zooplanktons, fish eggs, and other jellies. Purple striped jellies are native to the coast of California, and in certain seasons will show up on the Monterey coast, but that's not all the open sea has to offer. The open sea exhibit has a beautiful 1.2 million gallon tank with dozens of different species, including their very own hammerhead shark, Iceman. Did you know hammerhead sharks live up to 20 to 30 years in the wild and can grow up to 13 to 20 feet in length?
That's like 4 of me. Wow, the Monterey Bay Aquarium has so many different things to view.
Well, that's all for today, Cougars. We're the Coastal Crusaders, and we'll see you next time.